Fcda wrongly marked Worngly's demolished house, Justice League chairman. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Jude Voda Levenus, chairman of the Nigeria Justice League, Abuja chapter, has claimed that the demolished residence of Mr. Joseph Egbudi, popularly known as Prince Worngly, was wrongly marked for demolition by the Federal Capital Development Authority, Fcda. Levenus made the claim in an interview with The Whistler when the group led a protest to the Federal Capital Territory Administration Office on Tuesday in Abuja. The group had demanded that Worngly be compensated by the government after the demolition of his house said to be worth 700 million naira. Levenus said, contrary to claims by the Fcda and the Federal Housing Authority (FHA), Worngly's house wasn't built on land reserved for the construction of a superhighway. We learned that it was not his house that was on the proposed highway, and there are other lands that have been allocated to some persons in that area. The chairman revealed that when the officials of Fcda first visited the site, they brought a letter and the plot number on it wasn't the same as Worngly's plot number. He claimed that after Worngly's house was marked for demolition by Fcda, he told them to erase the sign since his house was wrongly marked, and that he was waiting to get feedback from the Fcda, which never came. The Fcda and FHA Adela claimed that the stop work orders were issued to Worngly while he was constructing the building, but allegedly defied them. But Levenus said this is a clear case of intimidation and oppression from our so-called political leaders. If his house was actually on the highway, there should be other houses that should face the same demolition charges. Unfortunately, it was only his house. Does it mean the road started and ended in his house? He quizzed. In a petition they directed to the Fcda Permanent Secretary seeking immediate compensation for Worngly, the group warned that failure to do so within 7 days will leave them with no choice but to shut down the whole Fcda offices. Levenus added that Worngly will be seeking legal redress if nothing was done to the request. The organizing secretary of the Everybody Must Serve movement, Ibrahim Abubakar also told The Whistler during the protest, Worngly has been intimidated because he's not a northerner. If he was a northern man, his building would have still been standing. Perhaps all the northern brothers would talk it out. In the course of our investigation, we discovered that the road started from a governor's house and his house was not demolished. The plot number was that marked for demolition was carrying a different number from Worngly's own. Notwithstanding, when they visited, the house was marked and Worngly went to the Fcda and they told him that the road never passed through his house. The engineers in charge of the highway came there to monitor the road and they showed him the area where the highway started and ended. Abubakar alleged the Fcda had been sending people to buy the house. 4 people on different occasions came to buy it, but he refused to sell the house. The first buyer came early in February. The second buyer also came in March, and others, but he refused to sell the house before the demolition happened. He also claimed that one of Worngly's workers is currently admitted at the Gozakwe General Hospital because the building collapsed and he was inside. He added that the government should do the right thing fast. We the northern youths have chosen to stand against oppression and injustice, to correct that narrative that the North are intimidating people. We are only demanding justice, truth, and equity, but the elders of the North chose to spoil the narrative of the younger youth. We bow to superior knowledge and ideology, but not to any form of oppression, he said. Now this is wickedness. Haba. This is wickedness. I don't support this one at all. How do you demolish somebody's house when he's inside? Like, I don't understand now. Haba. And there is one casualty. That person is now in the hospital. Like, is it not the height of wickedness? Now, wow. And then at the end of the day now, this man house no even follow. So, oh my God. Waiting they want talk. What do they have to say about this? Sincerely, this is not right. This is in all shades wrong. This is in all shades wrong. Nigeria is a blessed country with negative persons holding public, serving their personal interests. A case of a case of oppression is too much in our society. A thing like this does not happen in other developed countries of the world. How can we move forward as a country with this kind of mentality where some tribe are citizens and others are slaves? We are saying Nigeria is one. We can't be one with this kind of this one, no. This is very, very heartbreaking. Do you know the cost of building a house now? Not just any house, a standard house that you will build and it will last for you, and it is going to stand the test of time. Do you know that? If you are lucky that you built your house before this regime where the dollar started increasing and everything started, you have to thank God. Those who are building now, they know how much they're putting into their houses. Those who are building standard houses that you will not hear tomorrow that it happened to collapse. Houses that it will stand very well. Standard houses, they know how much they're putting in. In fact, it's even risky. Those who are building now, if it is not their house, we are saying the government should even monitor them very closely because they'll be tempted to do things, to use inferior because of the price of things. And then you went to demolish another man's house without doing your check-ins first. And you not only demolished it, you demolished it while he was inside. Is this not an act of wickedness? In other places, I do hear that people who maybe their houses on the road, even when their house on the road, they are compensated, especially when it is clearly not their fault. And then you do this. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Northern Muslim youth standing against injustice. How come this group did not stand against the killing and burning of the Christian lady in Sokoto? A case of selective protest or a hired group? My brother, if you ask me, I don't know who I go ask. It can only be deliberate wickedness meted on him. Were they blind? They should be held responsible and penalized. Are you saying penalized? They should compensate the man. They should make sure they give him something equal, not less, equal or even more. Because to build the house now, you said the cost of building it was 700 million. Do you know how much it will cost him to build that kind of a house now? On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.